What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman, the third of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over the social sphere at GBP Daily. Shoot me a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Hit me up in the DMs. I am always available to talk Packers anytime, any day, and today is Monday. December 8th. Happy Monday. Happy Victory Monday. More importantly, right? The Packers topped off the Bears 28-21, a classic game between two pretty dang good teams. And a play here, a play there was the difference yesterday. You can point to the Caleb Williams interception, of course, at the end of the game. You can point to the Josh Jacobs 21-yard conversion on 3rd and 1. On the final drive offensively. This game was very close, and the Packers edged it out to move to 9-3-1 on the season, 4-0 in the NFC, and we are currently in first place for the division and in second as far as the NFC playoff picture goes. But there's still 4 games to go, and ultimately those positions mean very little at this point in time. We won't gloss over yesterday's win too quickly, but we do travel to Denver this upcoming weekend. They are 11-2. They're the number 1 seed in the AFC. And on the flip side, the Bears have the Browns. So depending on how this weekend goes, we may very well find ourselves in a very similar situation in 2 weeks at Soldier Field again. Hopefully we can beat the Broncos, and hopefully the Browns can beat the Bears, but ultimately we'll just have to wait and see, right? I don't foresee the Browns beating the Bears, but crazier things have happened, and as far as the Packers-Broncos game, that will be a good one. Big one yesterday, some big-time performances from a few guys. Christian Watson, I want to start with, tore his ACL this year in 2025, and he's out there flying past dudes like it never happened. Finished the game yesterday with 4 catches, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. Was great, as always, in the run game as a blocker. Took the quick slant to the house against C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And I posted a while back when we were struggling offensively against the Panthers that we as an offense need Christian Watson back badly. And the replies to that post, looking back, are pretty laughable, at least in hindsight, because he has been consistently making big play after big play. He's had 5 touchdowns in the last 7 games. He's our wide receiver 1, as he should be, and he is too talented to not feed him time and time again. He only had 4 targets yesterday, and just think of what he can do with 7, 8, 9 targets. 4 targets yesterday, 4 catches. Now, if we target him 8 times, I'll take 6 catches. But, man, he is just too good not to feature every single time we're out there on offense. Jordan Love with 234 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the pick. Finished with 120.7 passer rating. And after the early interception, he kept slinging it. When the Bears blitzed him, he tore them up. Against the blitz, specifically, he went 9 for 12 for 171 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks, and a perfect 156.3 passer rating. He has been phenomenal against the blitz this year. He knows where it's coming from. He knows where to go with the ball, and he puts it right on the money just about every single time. When he's facing pressure, he has definitely been up in the elite category so far this season, and you love to see it, right? Keep bringing on the blitz. Keep them coming. Nothing more I like to see at the start of a play is when they're sending extra guys, and it's like, okay, who's he going to now? And he just about finds a guy every single time. So good stuff from Jordan, specifically against the blitz. And one more here, Josh Jacobs finished the game with 20 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown, a 4.6 yard per carry average. And the final drive, he carried us. I called it the Josh Jacobs drive. He made, in my opinion, the play of the game, converting the 3rd and 1 for 21 yards when the Bears defenders had him dead to rights behind the line of scrimmage. There were like 4 guys there ready to tackle him, and somehow, some way, he slipped away for a huge gain to set up what would be the game-winning touchdown. Just big-time stuff from Josh Jacobs over and over again. I am just so glad he's our running back. He has been a stud ever since he's came to Green Bay. Anybody go to the game yesterday? How was it? Was it loud? Was it fun? Anybody thinking of maybe going to the Broncos game this Sunday in Denver? What about the Chicago game in Chicago, Soldier Field in 2 weeks from yesterday? If you are planning on going to a Packers game, do not buy your tickets anywhere else other than TickPick. They guarantee the cheapest Packers tickets on the market, and if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, they will refund you 110% of your money back. Same tickets as everybody else: StubHub, SeatGeek, Ticketmaster, Vivid Seats, Game Time, you name it. And TickPick is the cheapest every single time. Use the code Packers22 for an extra $22 off the already cheapest tickets on the market. Shout out to TickPick. I appreciate their partnership with myself. I've used them time and time again. Every time I've gone to a Packers game over the last 4 or 5 years, I have used TickPick. Never had a problem. And save some money while you're at it, right? Download the TickPick app. The link to the app is in the description of this video. Use the code Packers22 for an extra $22 off the already cheapest tickets on the market. Let's hop into the comment section here, shall we? And as always, if you want to be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332. Rocking a little Nicolet Law apparel today. Shout out to Lauren and the team for sending out some merch. Give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332. Family owned and operated since 2007 with decades of combined legal experience. Nicolet Law's team of compassionate local attorneys are prepared to meet your unique legal challenges head on. They have just shy of 2,000 5-star reviews, and Nicolet Law has helped their clients recover over $350 million in the last 17 years that they have been in business. Injured? Get Nicolet. What do we got cooking up in the chat? Victory Monday, taking down the Chicago Bears. And as much as I want to gloat and bask in the glory of this victory, we're going to be facing them in just under 2 weeks. And that game is going to mean probably just as much, if not more, than yesterday did. So we talked about it earlier. We played the Broncos. The Bears played the Browns. I'm not saying we're going to lose to the Broncos because we are going to beat them. But let's just say for some reason a comet strikes Denver, Colorado as we're about to win the game, and somehow we lose the game, right? And the Bears beat the Browns. We flip-flop back with the Bears. They're back in first place. We are back in second, and we're right back in the same spot we were yesterday. If that happens when we face them in Chicago here in just under 2 weeks. So let's just avoid that, right? Let's beat Denver. Hopefully the Browns can upset Chicago. And there still will be some things to play for sure. But we'll have a little bit more breathing room if that is the case. But most likely we will be playing for the North still. We'll be playing for a higher seed in the playoffs. That game in 2 weeks is going to mean a ton. So I'm not getting too far ahead of myself as far as celebrating, gloating, bragging. It was a good game. The Bears played well. The Packers in the second half defensively did not play well. We were getting ran all over. Caleb Williams was making some pretty good plays outside of the pocket specifically. And yeah, in 2 weeks, we'll have another dogfight on our hands. What do we got cooking up in the chat? Appreciate you guys, as always, for tuning in. Love talking Packers with you guys. My man, Jose in the house. Nice to be back in this chat after the dub. Hey, Jose, you said you'd be here. You are a man of your word. Appreciate you for stopping in. My man, Stacks, what's up, man? Go Pack, go. Big ups to Reed coming back and played well. My favorite Packers wide receiver currently. Jaden Reed is a dog, man. He is so good. Limited snaps yesterday, but he made him count. That is for sure. Excited to see him in this offense as the season rolls on here and as he gets back to full participation as far as snaps go. But so far, so good with Jaden Reed yesterday. Appreciate you, Stacks, for hopping in. Hope you're enjoying your Victory Monday, as am I. My man, Phil, in the house. Not puzzled too much on the Musgrave catch overturn, but to rule the Bears catch and strip by our defender saying it was complete was ridiculous. Yeah, Phil, the refs yesterday, just absolute cheeks. They were terrible. There's nothing you can do about it, right? The refs are bad all over the league, every game for every team. It is just, it's bad and it's hard to watch, and it sucks knowing that there's nothing you can do about it. But I guess we just got to sit here and take it, right? Just like the Bears had to sit there and take it yesterday. But yeah, the refs were terrible yesterday, that's for sure. Also, if the league wants to stick their nose in every game, how about letting them review fights in the real cause? Nixon choked out. Yeah, Keyshawn, that flag, that personal foul or whatever it was terrible. Keyshawn Nixon gets like choked, and he pretty much just kind of slaps his hand away, and he gets the flag. Make that make sense. It was just terrible. Oh, what else we got? Game is in Chicago on a Saturday night. Yes, Phil, thank you for the reminder. I was kind of going off the Sunday for the 2-week timeline. Saturday night game, 7:20, Soldier Field on the 20th, if I remember correctly. Thank you, Phil. I need you in here for a little moderator action, right? My man, Nick, what's going on, brother? I really feel like our defense was gassed in the second half. We were scoring very quickly or going 3 and out. Defense never got to catch their breath. Yeah, I'm with you. I hear you there 100%, Nick. They were out there. You know, we scored quick on the Watson. We went 3 and out back-to-back. The defense was out there quite a bit in the second half, and I get it. You know, they're tired and whatnot, but it's like, man, come on. Just getting pounded on the ground over and over again. Every time they ran the ball, it was 5, 6, 7 yards. And I'm not coming at you, Nick, by any means. I'm just more so complaining. Every time they ran the ball, they were getting 5 yards a pop at least. And then when they wouldn't run the ball, Caleb would sneak out of the pocket and throw a dart down the field to whoever it was wide open. The second half defense was bad. Xavier McKinney was in coverage for that one play. I forget what the receiver's name was. Duvernay, maybe. They were making every catch. They were making every throw, besides the last one, of course. And it was frustrating to watch them just kind of mosey their way on down the field and just kind of get themselves back in the game. We let up 18 second half points yesterday. That's 36 pace for the entire game, starting at halftime, of course. I know how the cookie cutter cherry picking stats go. But, yeah, Matt LaFleur talked about it yesterday after the game. The second half, there's a lot to clean up, and thankfully we won. It's always better to learn from your mistakes in a win compared to a loss, right? So thank you, Nick. Appreciate you, as always, for hopping in the chat. Hope you're enjoying your Victory Monday. What else we got cooking up? My man, King AJ, in the house. Denver's pass rush is insane. O-line definitely needs to bring their A game. I feel like Broncos are going to have Surtain, Shadow, Watson. Always been a fan of Watson. Glad he's proving the doubters wrong. Christian Watson is an absolute beast. So happy that he's back and he's looking like he never missed a beat. Yeah, talked about him earlier. 4 catches, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. He only had 4 targets. So maybe go back to the sideline and say, hey, coach, could I get 2, 3, 4 more targets? You see what I can do with 4. Give me 8, 9, 10, and see what he can do with that. So, but yeah, that Denver defense is no joke. Some say the best in the league. The pass rush, some also say the best in the league. So yeah, our O-line is going to have to bring their A game. That is for sure. Thank you, King AJ. Appreciate you. Phil, not mad by his play later in the game, but Bo Melton playing on the opening drive. Hey, that touchdown, though, was, whoo, baby. If you had a bet for Bo Melton scoring, good on you. That was exciting, I will say. But it sounds like Matthew Golden and Dontavian Wicks were still battling their injuries. So I think Golden played 5 snaps and Wicks played 6, maybe. Those guys, they were active, probably tried to go out there and see how they felt, and they both didn't quite feel up to par. So Bo Melton, out of all people, stepping in and making the most of his opportunity, right? So no Malik Heath to step in this game. As we all know, he was released last week when Jaden Reed was brought back on. So thank you, Phil. What else we got? Ryan, tons of guys were slipping yesterday. Got to switch those cleats. We see this every year, right, Ryan? Mostly from opposing teams when it gets a little colder in the second half of the season. Lambeau does get a little slippery. For the Bears, though, we do see them, twice a year. So it was surprising to see how many of their guys were slipping. When they do get to practice out their pregame, get a feel for what the field conditions are, you got to put those longer cleat studs in to get better traction. So the one that was a bummer for us was Emmanuel Wilson. He was going to score that touchdown before slipping at the 3 or 4 yard line. So got to put in those bigger studs in to prevent that if you're playing at Lambeau when it's cold or wet at all. So thank you, Ryan. Erica in the house, as always. Go Pack Go. I hope that we can beat the Denver Broncos next week. What will the score prediction be? Erica, an early one for me here. Broncos defense is good. Our defense is good. Let's go 24-20. I like that. I like any score prediction that has us winning, right? I was pretty close this last week. I was 3 points off reach. I said 31-18, and it was 28-21. So 3 points, give or take, and I was right there. So hopefully I'm close again for this one. All right, what else do we got? Haley, do we have a chance against Denver? Of course we have a chance, Haley. Denver is good, don't get me wrong, but their last 5 games, they've won by 1 score in each of those games. I got their schedule pulled up right here. Yesterday, they won 24-17 against the 2-win Raiders. The week before that, they won by 1 against the Marcus Mariota-led Commanders. The week before that, they won by 3 against the Chiefs, who we all saw last night are bad this year. And the week before that, they won 10-7 against the Raiders. So I don't think they are as good as their record shows, but at the end of the day, that's all that counts is your record. So hopefully we can expose them this weekend out in Denver. Thank you, Haley. That's a good one to end on. That is going to do it for me today. Thank you again for tuning in. Always, always, always love talking Packers with you guys. Hit me up on social media at GBP Daily. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any sort of interaction helps myself and helps the page. I will be back and at it again tomorrow. Thank you again for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.